One reason why I stopped really getting that deep into the festival world and painting at parties is because I burnt out hard.
Yeah.
I burnt out hard. I was doing festivals every weekend, and it's a lot of energy. And I just got way too ahead of myself and realized that I'm actually a much slower paced person. And I actually stopped painting for a long time because I just got so burnt out. I mean, I could go pretty deep into what happened there.
What year was this? So you started in 2009 painting at festivals, and then when did you kind of stop for a little bit?
I think it was around 2014.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of things that happened, but I started feeling disconnected from the art family a bit. Started feeling a little, and I don't know how much of this is probably a lot of it in my head, but because I basically started getting really heavy in my head and started having kind of this anxiety, identity crisis type thing, because I stopped feeling connected to the family. I stopped feeling connected to my art. And so I had, I felt like a fake, because people would come up to me and I wasn't connected to my art. So I'd have to pretend that everything was cool, and it wasn't. And, there is this thing called imposter syndrome, and I didn't know what it was back then. And I wish I did, because I felt so alone. I felt like the only one going through this. And apparently a lot of artists go through it. And it's basically like, if you're out of alignment with what you're doing, you feel like a fraud. And even if you're really successful and everybody looks up to you, it's like, you still feel like a fraud. It's like, no, it's all bullshit. It's all fake. Like, none of that's real. And so, I had a really rough time and stopped painting for, a good 3 years.
Really? Just all together?
All together. Like, I would have anxiety. I would have panic attacks. I'd pull out a paintbrush and, couldn't paint.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you solve that? Or how did you move past that?
I spent a lot of time, chilling hard. Moving slow. Learning how to take care of myself, learning how self-care, lots of therapy, went to therapy for the first time, started exercising for the first time. I never exercised. So I got into movement, which really helped me. Gardening.
Oh, sweet.
So working with the earth, which I've always been into, but I did it a lot more then. And started learning more about myself and how I work, how I operate.
Yeah.
And instead of looking at other people and thinking, oh, they go balls to the wall, they go hard, so I should go hard, and following them. And so I, taking a step back and realizing no, I'm a little more slow pace, baby steps, just it's a marathon, not a race, right?
Yeah.
And that's what my business teacher was always pushing, which I love.